I've also forgotten, but many doctors or health professionals are reminding people that unless your immune system is actually, working, or not working, but fighting something, it starts to deplete itself. So unless you go outside and get some vitamin D, take a deep breath, have some new germs, have some new microbes to deal with, your immune system
getting weaker.
starts to shut down. It's like saying, I'm going to build my hamstrings, but I'm not going to walk for a week. I'm not going to walk for 2 weeks. And then when you start walking later, the hamstrings have atrophied. If your immune system is not being used, if you're not going outside, if you're not breathing, if you're not getting some good air, if you're not putting your feet on the grass and getting some different kind of germs, then your immune system says, okay, you don't need me. And it starts to atrophy. And then when people get to go outside later, their immune system is going to be weak. It's going to be weak, and they're going to get sick from a common cold, you see. So what you're saying is very, very important. And we want people to have some common sense, study,
yes,
read.
yes.
Yeah. So,
my thing is,
really
I've been wanting people to, I've been wanting people to have common sense about a lot of things for a long time. But to me, it's just like, I was just so surprised. Like I said, it made me want to cry, because to me, that's like, you don't even have to study to know that. Like, you're just running in fresh air. Why do you need a mask? It's like, I don't get it. But I just think that, again, that's just a sign that people really need to wake up. They really need to use their common sense. And, that's part of what I'm blessed to have been able to have. It's like, I'm going to go with my gut, my intuition over what anybody else is telling me. You know what I mean? No one's ever going to, if I don't agree with it, if it doesn't make sense to me, I'm not just going to go with it. So you have
a bad connection, but I'm.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me
now? Repeat what you just said.
Let me see. I don't know why the connection is changing.
Yeah,
is that better?
I can hear that.
Okay.
So Layla is throwing down some real knowledge. One, how she became who she is today, and two, our immune system, and not becoming an automaton or a robot to fear. And I think that's the Layla. That's the biggest virus right now that we're facing is the virus of the mind, embracing fear. And this is why people go into being a robot, so to speak. Yeah.
Absolutely. Can you hear me now?
So let me ask you,
Rev?
say a couple words. Let me see if you're connected. Yeah.
Can you can hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I have all my bars. I just want to make sure you. Okay. Good. This light is actually nice. I look pretty out here. I think I'm gonna stay right here.
Very good. So that last thought you had, we kind of lost. If you remember what it was, you can bring it to us.
I don't remember actually saying that. I've been trying to use my platform through all of this, not to add to the confusion, because people hear so many different things. I'm not any expert. From the beginning, I've been trying to just encourage people to keep their immune system strong. Get your vitamin D, get your vitamin C. This virus isn't going anywhere, just like the isn't gone anywhere. In fact, many times with people who have been sick, and I don't get sick because my immune system is strong, and I'm not going to be running out trying to get a vaccine. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, what does this mean for me and my family? Does this mean we're going to hide in the house forever? Does this mean we're never going to be around our friends again? What's going to happen? No, what this means is I'm going to be as safe as possible. I'm going to continue to wash my hands and try to abide by, the things that I need to do. But at the same time, I'm not going to live in fear. I'm just going to, because God's plan is what's going to come through in the end, no matter what we're going through now. You know what I mean? We might have to suffer a little bit. We might have to make some sacrifices, but at the end of the day, God is in charge. And, but at the same time, I'm going to be smart, and I'm just going to, use what the knowledge that I have to be the strongest human being that I can be.
Right. Absolutely. The idea is to be prudent and not do things that are going to hurt ourselves, but not to leap into fear and doubt and worry. Now, we just had a major meditation program yesterday. And the idea is for us to become so empowered that we literally begin to mentally and spiritually create the world we want to live in. We don't just leave it up to somebody else's hands. We have to become empowered enough to vision the kind of world we want to live in and begin to walk in that direction. Because if people just stop and do nothing, then people who have agendas for our life will determine what the world's going to look like. Like you said, do we want to be walking around being socially distanced for the rest of our life, wearing masks for the rest of our life, or whatever? No, we don't. So we have to begin to define the kind of world we want to live in, and then lift our awareness into that. Reality is so malleable right now. Whenever there's a crisis, reality, world of phenomena becomes very malleable, very flexible, and we have an opportunity to actually vision and describe the kind of world we want to live in. And we don't want to live in the kind of world that we're socially distanced, we're wearing masks all the time. So that means that we have to begin to take care of ourselves, and we have to begin to articulate and vision a different world and walk in that direction and not leave it up to other people. I think what you're doing on your platform, what I'm doing here at Agape, is we're trying to empower people to really take their own mind back and to live an empowered life. Now, when this is, obviously we're not going to go back to normal. There's going to be a different normal that we go back to. But when we're able to go out again, what do you think you're going to take with you? What have you learned about yourself that you want to amplify more when you go back out? Or even now, without even going back out?
Well, I think the main thing is that, every life is, we've had to really put things on hold. We've had to really put a lot of things on hold and learn a lot of new things about ourselves. And, I feel like I'm a stronger person from this. My kids are going to be stronger. They're going to have gone through something in their life. And, like I said, just living every day to the fullest. But that's kind of what I was already doing.
Right.
But for me, it's funny because I'm actually thinking about moving out of California,
Really?
And I've never thought to do that before because I felt like this is where I needed to be for everything that I'm doing right now. But it's opened my eyes to maybe this isn't where I need to be, because I've always wanted to, have more land, not necessarily be in the city, teach my kids about some other different values in life. And, I was just, that's one realization that I had, because California is being so aggressive right now in terms of just the masks and all these new mandates and things that are coming that I'm not necessarily want to participate in, so how it is. Sometimes you're like, oh, well, you might just have to get on out. So if I have the opportunity to do that, I'm really looking into it. So that's just something, like I said, I never thought I'd be saying I've been here all my life.
Right. Well, I
So I'm
definitely
glad
want
you're
to be
online.
someplace where there's definitely a lot of more nature.
Yes, absolutely.
Keep tuning in.
Right.
Yeah. So how is Curtis? How's Curtis doing?
Curtis is good. He is in the house, actually. He is, Curtis has really kept me grounded because there's times when I'm like, babe, what are we going to do? Like, this is crazy. Like, in terms of just not knowing and what's coming down the pipe in terms of what we're going to be possibly forced to have to do. And I'm just like, man, am I still going to be able to travel? Am I still going to be able to speak? Am I still going to be able to make an earning? We might really have to make some real decisions here. And I've learned that he's down for whatever. So I was like, okay, that's great. And we've actually fell more in love than we have been because we reconnected and we're like really on the same page with a lot of things that really are going to make a big deal in our lives and the lives of our children. So, but when I kind of have my weak moments, when I'm kind of, when you feel a little bit of fear creeping in terms of feeling like I'm not in control, then he reminds me again that God is in control, and which I already know. But, as the mom and the planner, it's like, well, I got to make sure I got all the bases covered. I got to make sure I'm prepared and have that. But he's been able to kind of just remind me as well. So it's great. It's great that he holds it down for me when I need him.
Beautiful. Yeah, because he has his own career as well. I mean, he's a well-known athlete and as well as a TV personality. And how does that work with you guys? You guys 2 kids and you're both very outgoing individuals.
Well, Curtis, kind of always bases what he's going to do off of what I do, because I'm the busier one out of the two of us. So like I normally do a lot of traveling and speaking and hosting TV shows and things like that. And he kind of works around, and one of us has to take the lead in terms of being home. We already homeschool our kids. I've been homeschooling my kids for 7 months now. And we were planning on going back to school next year, but now with just the way things are going to be, we're not going to go back to school. So that was a realization for me, like, okay, this is a lot of people experiencing that now, like having your kids home full time, is a whole different thing. And when you work from home, it's really hard to focus and get things done when your kids are pulling on you for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, fighting, arguing, you know how it is. So it's crazy, but Curtis, before all of this, Curtis has taken the lead with homeschooling. He's kind of in charge of that. He also, whenever I would leave town, he's holding it down with the kids, and we do what's best for our family. So he has slowed his schedule down. He had already slowed his schedule down a lot, so that I was able to do the things that I need to do. But now if I'm going to be home more, we're just, like I said, it's all about restructuring, having new information, figuring out what's best for our family and going for it. But for us, we both are in the mindset of we put our kids first, family first, before anything else.
Right. You guys have a nice, vibe between each other. It's a good, and I like hanging out with Curtis. Last time we hung out before COVID, we went to a Laker game, and that was cool. We done some other things. You guys have a nice vibe. Now, how old are your kids now?
Curtis puts up with my crazy butt really well, because I'm a little special. So, but my kids are now, Sydney's 9 and CJ is 11.
Okay, yeah. I remember seeing them.
Hi everyone. I see your comments, everybody. Thank you so much for all of your kind comments. We see you.
Yeah, I see them as well. So in terms of what we were just talking about, when you move forward, you're still going forward with the same energy of being the best that you can be. And I think just that statement right there is very important for people, because many people are just trying to survive day to day. They're not necessarily growth centric. And so when you say a statement like that, we don't want to throw a statement like that away. When you want to be the best you can be, when people wake up and live like that, then that vibration creates opportunities. It opens up possibilities in one's life, and it opens up the possibilities for us to grow into a level of empowerment. So I want people to really hear that. So you're not just waking up doing the same thing every day. You're waking up saying, how can I be the best of myself every single day? And then the universe matches that vibration, and doors open. Things happen for us. And so being growth centric is very, 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 very powerful. Now,
absolutely.
Any last comments you want to say? I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about. We covered a lot of material. I think that, there's so many things going down in society that have been revealed through this situation, that we just want to be on the edge of transformation, and everybody has to do what they can do to not only make themselves a better individual, but we want to build a kind of just global society. And that's what it's all about. Any parting shots, any closing comments?
I just want everyone to, surround them with information that's empowering, that sits well with your spirit. Anything that doesn't make you feel good, whether it's on social media or a certain person, this is the time to get it out of your life, because we need to be as strong as we can be in terms of our health, our mindset, and our purpose in life. So I have a free email series that people can sign up to on laylaali.com. It's called Replenish You, and it's about replenishing your health, your mindset, and your purpose. And it's just a good way to get started. So I invite anyone to just log on and sign up there, and they'll start getting the emails. So that's all.
Very good. You know what I just thought about? You know who I texted today and we were talking today? Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Hulk Hogan. How's he doing?
Good. But he just popped into my mind, so we started chatting, and then I realized you were the one who brought him to Agape.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys were hosting some program, and he was in a moment of deep depression, and you, for some reason, just called him out of the blue and stopped him from doing something very disastrous with his life. And he flew into Agape the next day. Do you remember that?
That's amazing. I mean, a divine intervention, right? I didn't even know that he was going through those issues, you know, and it's so funny because he told the media, you know, Layla saved me from committing suicide. I was like, I wish he would have called me and told me that before he went public with it.
Yeah,
But whatever.
he went public with that. You called him right at that moment, and you told him to fly to Agape, and he flew the next day.
Yep, and he's been there ever since. That's great. I
He's
think
been
that,
live, you know. And recently he probably popped into my mind is because of you, because of this connection that you have with him, and obviously you brought him to Agape, and we've been connected ever since. But because of COVID as well, I've not just because of COVID, but I think it's a good time because of COVID that I launched an app that people can get. I just filmed some more material that's going in there for people's health, how I do my shake. I filmed ways to stay healthy during this particular time, spiritually, mentally, and physically. So if they go to michaelbbeckwith.tv, they can subscribe and then go to the App Store, Beckwith Inspires, MBB, or they can go to my website at michaelbbeckwith.com and sign up. But like you, I'm trying to provide more opportunities for people to really keep their mind from being hijacked by fear and worry, and begin to give good, just as you put good nutrition into your body, you want to have good thought. You want to have thought for food that inspires and heals. So not only are we doing the live streams on Sunday and daily meditations, daily prayers, things like that online, the app is available too. So Layla, get my app today.
I will definitely get the app. I wasn't even aware of that. I already do the live streaming, and you know, it makes such a difference, you know, in terms of just the energy connected, because I have a lot of these thoughts myself, but when we all come together and we share that energy, it really makes a difference. And what I love about Agape is I've never been a religious person. I'm a spiritual person, and any religion can go there. And people say, what is Agape? Is based here, was based here in California, but not everyone's started Agape International online, Agape Live, so that, and when, you know, I posted about it, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and invited people to join in, because you can be any religion and you're going to get something out of it. It's not about religion, you know, it's about spirituality and your connection with God, and just, you know, being a human being in this world. So thank you for all that you do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Layla. Give Curtis my love, and hug your kids for me. And we'll see you when we open up. But right now, we'll just see you online. I appreciate everything you're doing. I appreciate your story. I appreciate your, you know what? You were such a rebel as a kid, but your rebelliousness has become like passion for progress, and passion for lifting people up, and passion. So your rebelliousness has become actually your tool for success. And so
Absolutely.
continue to be you. Continue to be you.
I will.
And
I don't know anything other to be.
give your mom
That's
Veronica.
all I.
Yeah. Yeah. Give your mom Veronica my love, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Love you guys.
Peace and blessings, everyone. We've been with the great Layla Ali. And as you can see, she had her own nail salon. My mother was one of her clients, and very successful nail salon. She saw boxing on television, declared she was going to be the world champion. She did it. She did what she needed to do to go within, overcome any obstacle, 24-0. And now she's a being that's really advocating for people's health, their vitality. Her own brand is a brand of inspiration, and obviously a brand of great nutrition and exercise, great family, great husband, great being. And so thank you for tuning in. Remember, on Sundays, you can go to agapelive.com or my Facebook page and actually watch the services. Way of meditation service begins at 6:45 a.m. The next service begins at 8:30. The next service after that begins at 11. You can get my app right now. Go to michaelbbeckwith.tv and subscribe to the app. Then you go to the App Store and you get Beckwith Inspires. MBB is the trademark there. If that's too much to remember, just go to michaelbbeckwith.com and sign up. Other than that, we'll continue to have these conversations with great people. It will always be at 1 p.m. because at 12 p.m. you'll be on the Agape meditation frequency on our Agape's webpage. Agape's a Facebook page, excuse me. So have a bright day, stay inspired, and let your body produce a cascade of powerful chemicals that will have your immune system so strong that you can weather anything that comes at you. Have a bright day. Let your friends know about this, because this will be on my Instagram page and you can see it again. Peace and blessings, everyone.